All right, hello everyone. My name is Ademola. I'm a mobile developer, a full stack mobile developer, proficient in Flutter, right, and Firebase. And so I'll be your instructor across this class. All right, so I'm the admin of this group, and I'll be the one instructing this class. So basically, if you are here, I want to assume that you know why you're here. Of course, you're here to learn how to build mobile application with Flutter, right? So a quick overview about myself. I'm a full stack mobile developer. I work with a company called Zyndra, which I built, right? So Zyndra is an e-commerce platform, right, that you can use to buy and sell. So basically the application of Zyndra, I built it from scratch with Flutter, and of course that's something you will also be able to do, right, being in this class. And of course I will share resources on how to check out my app later on, so you'll be able to see that yes, this is actually a platform where you can actually get to learn how to build the application. All right, so let's quickly talk about an overview of an introduction of what we'll be doing. So basically we'll be talking about Flutter that is built on a language called Dart. So the question is, what is Flutter? Right, Flutter is a UI toolkit. UI means user interface. Is a toolkit that empowers developer, right, to create active user interfaces, right, across various platforms like Android, iOS, Windows, Mac, embedded system, and more, from a single code base. What do I mean by a single code base? That means you only have to write a single code, then it will work across all applications. That means if you're a Flutter developer, you will be an Android developer, and you at the same time be an iOS developer. So that means you can create app for Android, and you can build app for Apple, like iOS, like iPhones and the rest. So this Flutter we are talking about, right, is built on a programming language called Dart, right? And during the course of these classes, there are some things we'll be learning to build. Like, for example, we'll be building a coins converter app, we'll be building a weather app, we'll be building a shopping app, you'll be building Google Chrome, right? You'll be building a voice assistant, right, that will be powered with ChatGPT and DALL-E. Then lastly, we'll be building a full stack Reddit app. Now Reddit app is just like all the social media platform like Instagram that we have. So we'll be able to build an app like Instagram from scratch, right? So basically the reason why I brought out these apps we'll be building is because each application we'll be building, right, serves as a unique learning experience, right, to introduce you to different aspects of Flutter. Do you understand? So different aspects of what we'll be learning for different aspects of things you actually really learn. For example, you learn widgets, you learn responsive layouts, you learn state management, you learn navigation and routing, which will be using navigation 1.0 and 2.0. If you don't understand all this concept for now, it's fine. It's something we learn to build later. So there are a lot of things we'll be learning. We'll be learning also some interesting things like code generation, animation, automating testing, and some other things like that. So basically that's what we'll be, and we'll also be looking at into the inner core workings of Flutter, right? So we understand everything like the state management of Flutter. And the good thing about this course is that no experiences is needed. You don't need to be a Flutter developer before you can actually do this course. So but before we dive into Flutter, there's something we'll be talking about first, which is what we call Dart. Now Dart is a programming language that is designed, right, by the Google team. The Google team designed Flutter. They also designed Flutter, and that's why Dart and Flutter, they streamline with each other. So that is just like every other language you see out there, like JavaScript and Python, C languages, and all that, right? So that is an open source language that we can actually use it. We can use it even beyond Flutter. We can use it to build a backend. We can use it to build a server. We can use that to build a lot of things. So, and something we'll be looking at. You can see this interface now, right? This is the interface of Flutter. If you go to flutter.dev, you get into this place, right? You can see application that has been built with Flutter. I mean, Flutter is just so amazing, and we'll be learning to build all these things, right, with same Flutter, right? Then, and of course we'll be learning the Dart programming language, because Dart is the language that we'll be using to actually program this Flutter, since it is designed. So it is the easiest language which we can actually use to program Flutter, right? So before we dive into writing actual code, let me quickly talk about that. Like I said earlier, Dart is a programming language. As you can see here, Dart is a programming language, right? Also created by the Google team. You can see which you can use to build the UI and bring the UI to life, right? So now with everything I'm saying, I will expect you guys to be jotting things down, right? So you should have a note, because this will be an extensive class. So, and I don't expect you to just get everything off hand. So you should be writing things down. As you can see, it is supported by Google. It's something you can see here, and it is open source. Open source means that it can be accessed. You can even access the source code. Of course, you are still beginner, so there's nothing you want to do with the source code for now. But for advanced developers, we can use the source code to improve what has been built already. So basically, that comes with two compilation processes. What do I mean by compilation? Compilation is when we'll be writing some codes, right? When we write our code, that code we write is our own code. We call it the source code, right? So when you write your source code, the computer will need to convert your source code, which has been written by you in a human understandable language, right? Which is that. So Flutter, that itself, right, we need to convert that language that you have written into a machine language. So the conversion between your language and the machine language, which the computer can understand, is what we call the compilation. I don't know if you understand. So we have basically two compilation in that. We have something we call the JIT, the just-in-time compilation, and we have the AOT, the ahead of time compilation. The just-in-time compilation is when is how we compile app, or is that compiling the application when we are coding, like when the coding is still going on, which of course we'll see later when we start writing actual code. While the AOT, ahead of time, is the compilation that is used by the Dart team to compile the code after we are done coding. Maybe we want to test our app now, probably on our phone or something. I want to compile it. I want to see what I've built right on my phone. I want to send it to my client that gives me a job. That's what we call AOT. So we'll be learning those two things in this class. So basically that's just like an introduction to things about Flutter, and I would still like you to just check out this place, look at some of the things, because building Flutter code, you will be very familiar with this interface, because you have to be coming here every now and then, because Flutter, they are improving what they have built and they're adding more features to it. So this is the place. You can see the version, the current version of Flutter that we have is version 3.24, and the Dart is 3.5. so you have to be you have to be informed, right? I will even advise you guys to just join this newsletter, so that Flutter will always send you anything that will benefit you. Do you understand? So also you should read this, but you don't need these things late for now, because we won't be starting with Flutter. We'll be starting with Dart, and we'll be writing our first Dart code in the next class.